Look, the last time Minnesota beat Iowa at Kinnick, Bill Clinton, still president, song at the top of the charts, Too Smooth by Santana and Rob Thomas, and Tom Brady, was still at Michigan. I think you get the picture. It's been a while since Minnesota has taken home Old Floyd from Rosedale from Iowa City. No one thought, though, it would leave Iowa City in the fashion that it did. A beautiful day at Kinnick, albeit a little windy. Hawkeyes looking to improve to 7-1. First drive of the game, they're deciding to air it out. Something I honestly don't think any of us expected to see. Deacon Hill flushed out of the pocket, rolling right, and he's going to throw it up to Deontay Vines, who comes down with a just spectacular catch. Really nice grab. Fans stunned. They would have to settle for a field goal, though. Drew Stevens knocks it in from 23 yards out. Iowa taking an early 3-0 lead. Our own Marcus McIntosh was there. Look at that. Former Gopher football player. Been a while since he strapped it up, though. Minnesota would tie the game at 3 on a field goal of their own. Took until the second quarter to finally get a touchdown. And this was interesting. Deacon Hill on a QB sneak. Looks like he gets in on second down. They said that his forward progress was marked dad. So no touchdown, but a couple plays later, an unsportsmanlike call gives Iowa another set of downs. Deacon Hill finally punches it in. This time, Iowa takes a 10-3 lead, and that would be the score heading into the second half. Second half, though, Minnesota going to get back in this game with field goals. 10-6 after that one. And then it gets kind of bad here. Deacon Hill in his own territory, stripped, fumbled. Minnesota recovers, not looking good, but the Iowa defense stands tall again, forcing yet another Minnesota field goal, which is good. Sun's in your way, but it was good. 10-9 after that. Minnesota fans, hopeful. You see the fans clapping. Iowa fans, frustrated, I can imagine. After another big drive, Minnesota had a chance to take the lead, and they do. 12-10. But watch this, and it looked like this game was over. Cooper DeJean, a punt return. And there he goes. Off to the races. Cooper DeJean looking like he's going to win the game for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Kinnick was sent into a frenzy. But they call it back. They say he called a fair catch. We talked about it at the A-Vlog. Talked about it at the top of the show. Call is reversed. Iowa fans can't believe it. A few plays later, Deacon Hill picked off, and that'll do it. Iowa loses in a stunner. 12-10 is the final. Shannon Earhart was there and has more on the play that left the entire fan base speechless.
Could it be one of the most controversial calls of the season? Fans at Kinnick thought so. You can see that there's still water bottles and cans littered alongside Kinnick Stadium. That's how upsetting it got here. It was ear-piercing. Fans not able to comprehend what the refs had called. Here's how Cooper DeJean saw it.
I did not personally. I was just trying to run and pick up the ball, I guess. Never call for fair catch with my left hand ever. I mean, I assumed they'd blow the whistle if it was a fair catch. I didn't hear a whistle though, so I just kept going. It's tough. I'm still, kind of in shock of, what all happened. It's frustrating, for this team. We just kept fighting, through the end of the game. Seems like it was all just, taken away in that one play.
As I understand it, at least the initial replay was to find out if he was in or out of bounds, if Cooper stepped out of bounds, which clearly he didn't. And I appreciate the replay on that. That's fine. Do their homework, make sure they're correct on that. But then somehow we went from there to a whole different series of topics, and it's really hard to accept the explanation that we got. I was told that he was waving, and what they tell us in pregame is a wave is up here above the head. And most people, when they run, their arms do wave. So if you looked at the video, it looked like he was naturally running to the football and then just made a great play. One of the best ones I've ever seen. So that part's the hardest part. Is that, an unbelievable effort gets, yanked off the board.
Whether players, coaches, and fans like it or not, the call stands. Iowa drops to 6-2 as they enter their bye week. From Kinnick Stadium, I'm Shannon Earhart, KCCI Iowa Sports Leader.